Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about one of the most anticipated cars of the year, the 2026 Honda Civic. Yeah, Honda's best-selling compact sedan is back again, but this time, it's not just a mild refresh. This Civic takes a big step forward in design, tech, and performance, especially with its new hybrid powertrain. If you've ever owned or even just admired a Civic, you're gonna love what Honda's done for 2026. So let's dive in, buckle up, because this new Civic has some really exciting upgrades. Now, at first glance, the 2026 Civic looks familiar, right? That clean, modern Honda design is still here, but when you really look closely, you'll notice how much sharper and more athletic the new model looks. The front fascia's been refined. It's got a sleeker grille, thinner headlights, and those sporty lower vents give it a really confident, upscale presence. It's the kind of car that manages to look classy and aggressive at the same time, which honestly, is something Honda's been nailing lately. And if you step around to the sides, that low, stretched profile just screams aerodynamics. The roofline flows beautifully into the rear, and the tail lamps are slightly resculpted, more minimalist, but still instantly recognizable as a Civic. Whether you go for the sedan or hatchback version, the proportions just feel right. It's got that perfect balance between sporty and practical. Now let's talk about the biggest headline of this new generation, the hybrid powertrain. For 2026, Honda's bringing a serious hybrid system to the Civic lineup. The hybrid model pairs a 2.0-liter engine with electric motors, pumping out around 200 horsepower. That's more than enough to make your daily commute a little more fun. And here's the kicker, you can still get up to 50 miles per gallon in city driving. That's seriously impressive efficiency for a car that also feels genuinely quick and responsive. What I love about Honda's hybrid setup is that it doesn't feel like a compromise. You're not sacrificing driving pleasure for fuel savings. When you hit the accelerator, it's smooth and instant. That electric torque kicks in right away, giving you that satisfying pull off the line. It's quiet around town, refined on the highway, and still sporty enough for weekend drives. And don't worry, Honda hasn't forgotten about traditional engine lovers. The base models still come with the familiar 2.0-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder, which now feels a bit more refined and efficient than before. And of course, for those who crave excitement, the Civic C continues to deliver with its turbocharged engine and that slick manual gearbox. Because Honda knows real enthusiasts still want to roll their own gears. Now, let's move inside. Because the interior is where the 2026 Civic really shines. Step in, and the first thing you notice is how upscale everything feels. The layout is clean, simple, and very driver-focused. The materials are soft touch, the switches have a satisfying click, and everything feels solidly built, classic Honda quality. The honeycomb vent design continues across the dash, which looks just so good. It gives off this modern, minimalistic vibe that's easy on the eyes. You've got a fully digital driver display in the higher trims, plus a larger central touchscreen, crisp, fast, and finally loaded with all the modern tech you expect. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a premium Bose sound system on top trims, and even wireless charging, everything's there. And Honda's also improved sound insulation, so it's noticeably quieter inside, especially on highways. The seats are super comfortable, too, supportive for long drives, but still with that sporty bolstering that keeps you snug in corners. Rear seat space? Surprisingly roomy. You can easily fit adults back there without feeling cramped. And the trunk, well, it's still one of the biggest in its class, which means the Civic continues to nail practicality as well as personality. Speaking of personality, Honda's also added a few driving modes, including an eco mode for fuel efficiency and a sport mode that sharpens throttle response and steering feel. So whether you're cruising through city traffic or carving up mountain roads, the 2026 Civic adapts to your mood. Now here's an interesting twist. While the Civic isn't an off-roader by any means, the new chassis tuning and improved ground clearance on certain trims give it better composure over rough or uneven roads. It's not a CR-V, but you'll definitely feel more confident on patchy city streets or when heading out on weekend road trips. In terms of safety, Honda's advanced sensing suite now comes standard across all trims, so you get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, and more. It's the kind of safety tech that makes everyday driving just a little more relaxing. Now I know what you're thinking. How much does all this goodness cost? Well, the base Civic sedan in the US starts around $24,500, while the hybrid trims will likely start in the upper 20s and go up to around $30,000 or just above for the top variants. If you're watching from markets like Pakistan, the price can vary a lot due to import duties. Expect the fully loaded Civic to land around PKR 85 to 100 lakhs, depending on the variant. So, how does it stack up against the older Civic? Honestly, this feels like the most balanced Civic yet. The 2022 to 2025 models already brought back that elegant, mature look after the overly aggressive designs of the late 2010s. But this 2026 model polishes that formula: better performance, better mileage, cleaner design, and a much more premium cabin. It feels less like an economy car and more like a baby Accord, refined, quiet, and super comfortable, but still fun when you want it to be. Honda's also clearly focusing on electrification now. This Civic Hybrid shows where the brand is heading: smarter, greener, but still emotionally engaging to drive. It's that perfect bridge between traditional gasoline power and the future of EVs. So, to sum it all up, the 2026 Honda Civic takes everything we already loved about the Civic: reliability, comfort, value, and adds a big dose of modern style, hybrid efficiency, and premium feel. Whether you're a student buying your first new car, a family looking for a daily driver, or an enthusiast who just appreciates great engineering, the 2026 Civic gives you something to smile about. And honestly, that's what makes it special. It's not trying to be flashy or loud, it's just smart, well-built, and incredibly good at what it does. So what do you think? Is the 2026 Honda Civic the perfect blend of practicality and excitement? Would you go for the hybrid or stick with the turbo? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more car updates, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep your engines running and your spirits high. Catch you in the next one.